What's up, folks? G-Funk Wrestle Talk. What's going on, folks? Hope everyone's having a good week. Minus Mr. X. He missed his flight, got delayed, so he's not going to join us. Mr. X, wherever you are, hope you get to at least catch it somehow. I don't know if you're in the airport or hopefully in transit on the plane now. I don't know if you can watch it, but I wish you were here, man. Hopefully we'll catch him. We'll have him in the next. I apologize. We thought he was going to make it, but his plane got delayed. His flight got delayed, and that's that. Anyways, we talked a lot of Raw and SmackDown. Both shows this week were okay. Nothing really spectacular. Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt. The first match was qualifying to see who goes in Elimination Chamber. Everyone knows it's going to be Roman Reigns, so whatever. Bray Wyatt comes out, gets his butt kicked. Roman Reigns going to the chamber. No shocker there. The next match was definitely, Apollo Crews versus The Miz. Is Apollo Crews really in the Elimination Chamber? Not likely. So The Miz wins, so Miz is in the chamber. So now we got Cena, Strowman, Elias, The Miz, and Roman Reigns. That leaves one spot left. They announced it's going to be the guys who lost their qualifying matches, which is Bray Wyatt, Apollo Crews, Finn Balor, and who's the other guy? Who lost the other match? I can't remember. Anyway, whoever the other guy was, and Kane, which I don't know if it's going to be Kane because he was hurt, so probably somebody else, is going to be a Fatal 4-Way. The winner of the match is the sixth spot in the Elimination Chamber, which I think is kind of cool. Hopefully it's Balor. If it isn't, I'll be stunned. The other matches, the Bar defeated Rollins and Reigns, which Jason George supposedly hurt. Had neck surgery, didn't have neck surgery. I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't care. I don't want to see him on TV anymore. I'd rather see him wrestle singles. Don't stick with Seth Rollins anymore. And I don't know what they're all about putting him as a tag team. I like Seth Rollins as an individual wrestler. Don't put him in a tag team unless you're going to bring Ambrose back or make him and Roman Reigns full-time tag team. Otherwise, don't stick with that, random guys. It doesn't make sense. But, like I said, who knows what they're going to do. Nia Jax beat a 17-year-old jobber girl who I'd never seen before. She got the shit kicked out of her. I feel bad for the girl. Granted, she got her first, exposure in wrestling on TV. She must have got called from NXT or something. Like, hey, listen, we need freaking Nia Jax to beat the crap out of you for a few minutes. Okay, so that match was stupid. Like I said, that doesn't make any sense. Then it was the Revival versus Balor and Carl Anderson. They won. But they're really burying the Revival. I know when they first came up and I think Dash Wilder got hurt, and he was out for a while and they finally came back. They kind of lost their mojo if he didn't get hurt because they're starting to get a little groove going when they first came out, even though we're around for a while. But I think they're kind of just burying them out. Mickie James beats Sonya Deville. Don't care. And then the triple threat match, which was cool. The winner of the triple threat match decides who's going to be the last guy to enter in the chamber. It was Strowman, John Cena, and Elias. Elias won. Shockingly enough, I'm just glad it wasn't Cena. And I was actually hoping it was going to be Strowman, but either way, it didn't happen. A lot of stuff about that show next week and their pay-per-view Elimination Chamber. Like I said, they got to do something with them. I'm pretty sure what's going to happen at the Elimination Chamber is The Miz and Balor are going to feud it out. One's going to beat the other. They're going to fight for the Intercontinental Championship, hopefully at WrestleMania. I'm crossing my fingers for that match. Elias and Cena are going to have their back and forth, which they've had been. He's beating him up. He's beating him up. Vice versa. They're going to fight at WrestleMania. I don't know what they're doing with Braun. But, of course, Roman Reigns is going to win the whole thing and then go face Brock at WrestleMania for the Universal title. Big news. Supposedly, Ronda Rousey is going to be fighting Stephanie McMahon and Triple H with this. I don't know. They might stick Braun Strowman with Ronda Rousey, but what they're trying to do is relive the Attitude Era, like how the boss against the employee. So how we had Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon back in the day, which was awesome. Chemistry was great, and it was magic because everyone knows if you grew up in the Attitude Era and watched that, the best rivalry in by far WWE history. They're trying to relive that through Stephanie and Ronda Rousey. Guess what? Not going to happen. It's going to be stupid. Don't try to rewrite the same storylines. They need new writers because these guys have been around for so long. I think some of them are still from the Attitude Era, and with the whole PG rating now, you can't do what you did back then. That's why the ratings were so good. You weren't PG. You could do crazy shit. You could say crazy stuff. You can't do that no more. So, like I said, I don't know what they're trying to do with that. I think that's a big disappointment. Let Ronda Rousey fight somebody else who's got some kind of background, has been there. Let her beat them, and then slowly work her way up. She got to fight Natalya or Becky Lynch or somebody, anybody that's on the main roster now that she could have a good match with and win, and then build her up. You can't just throw her into the mix. I like Stephanie McMahon. She's done a lot for the women's division, which is great. But you gotta just don't wrestle. Like I love Triple H too, but at least granted, Stephanie McMahon, she's a fitness guru, with Triple H working out like a mother effer all the time too. So she's in great shape. Don't get me wrong. She's 42 years old, but I don't think she's never was a wrestler. Granted, she won the women's championship. Of course, she's gonna win the women's championship. She's the daughter of fucking the owner, so of course she was gonna win it. But she never was a wrestler. I don't see her as a wrestler. I see her more as just either a manager or the SmackDown commissioner or Raw commissioner, or whatever else, the Raw commissioner that she is now. Just leave her as that. Don't put her in a match. It's stupid. If you want to put Triple H in a match, that's fine because he's still in great shape and he can still do great matches. And I would like to see him fight anybody. But like I said, but he's holding back the rosters from NXT and the guys coming up. And you're burying guys like Finn Balor. And I don't want to see. I want to see guys who got good talent. Keep them on TV. Let them make their way up. Make them win championships. Make them get the big matches at WrestleMania and big pay-per-views. SmackDown was uneventful. Charlotte beats Liv Morgan. She's slowly going through the whole group there. The Riot Squad. Eventually, she's going to fight probably Ruby Riott at WrestleMania. And she already beat one. And at the end of the match, she goes over to the announce table and goes, 1 down, 2 to go. So probably going to fight the other Logan, the other one, in the next couple weeks on SmackDown, and then Ruby Riott's going to challenge her at WrestleMania, most likely. Boring, don't care. The Bludgeon Brothers beat some jobber team I've never seen before in my life. They got to let them fight a bigger tag team. They got to make them fight New Day, who has hardly been on. I don't know if someone's hurt in the New Day, but they've been on TV, but they haven't wrestled. So I don't know what's up with that. The U.S. Championship match was good. Bobby Roode defeated Rusev, but at the end, Randy Orton came out and RKO'd everybody. Randy Orton's been around for a long time. I don't know what they're going to do with him, per se, down the road, because he's won so many titles. You can only go after so many titles. He's good to, he's got to put more guys over, I think, instead of wanting to be the top guy. At least John Cena's putting guys over now. Granted, as he's getting older and he's slowly winding his way out of WWE and going into movies and stuff, that's what Randy Orton's got to do, and as much as I like Randy Orton, he's a great performer. He's one of the greatest champions of all time, but they definitely got to do something with him and put over some other guys. Benjamin and Gable beat the Ascension. What else is new? In the words of my friend Jimmy Fabrizio, Benjamin and Gable beat a clean win. Bring out the Ascension! So, the Ascension's pretty much, them and Breezango are just jobber teams to me. It's just with bigger names and they get more TV time, which is stupid. The final match was they determined who would fight AJ Styles at WrestleMania it's Fastlane for the WWE Championship, which KO Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Good match. AJ's outside the ring. He's commentating. AJ, Sami gets in his face. Whatever. AJ interferes. Disqualification. No one wins. Then Bryan comes out. Now it's a triple threat match, which I knew was going to happen eventually for Fastlane. But wrinkle in the whole thing. Shane McMahon says that they think Daniel Bryan's living vicariously through, Owens and Sami Zayn, because they were kind of the same kind of wrestler coming up and this and that, and they get a shot through, whatever. So he made the winner of the Corbin Ziggler match next week at SmackDown. Whoever wins that gets thrown into the match, so it becomes a fatal four-way. So it's going to be Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, AJ, and either Corbin or Ziggler. Don't care really who wins. Corbin's had his opportunity a few times. Ziggler's had so many chances, and I don't want to see him in them. I'd rather see Corbin, but if you put Ziggler in, great. If not, whatever. Like I said, I really don't. I don't see it really making much of a difference who you put in there, because either way, AJ's still winning the belt, because you're not going to. Everyone's waiting for the dream matchup, which is AJ versus Nakamura at WrestleMania. So AJ's winning no matter what. Otherwise, I think both shows were okay. Nothing stood out. That was really great. I don't think they even announced. I know the Dudley Boys and Goldberg are going in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if they announced another guy this week. I think they will next week. I don't think they announced anyone this week. At least as far as I don't remember them. I watched Raw. Mostly they announced it on Raw, not SmackDown. So I don't remember them saying anybody else unless I missed it. But like I said, I pretty much watched the whole show. Otherwise, like I said, what the thing with Stephanie and Ronda Rousey's got to be, they got to do something else. I don't want to see that. What I could see is if Ronda comes out and talks to Kurt Angle, and then Triple H is like, no, then I could see a Triple H, Stephanie, and a mixed tag with Ronda and Kurt Angle, which would be cool. But I'd rather just see Kurt Angle fight Triple H, solo. But who knows if that's ever going to happen? Because Kurt Angle still looks in great shape. He's not, he's definitely not as beefy as he was, but he still looks in great shape. He can still go. Granted, he's 47, 48 years old. I think he's around the same age or a year or two older than Triple H, but like I said, Triple H is still in phenomenal shape, as everybody knows. So, like I said, as much as I don't want to see them wrestle WrestleMania, you have so much talent. You've got to distribute all the talent you can at WrestleMania. No matter who you put out there, you've got to let them have some of the spotlight, because you're taking away from guys like Finn Balor and Sheamus and Cesaro and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and Corbin. Like, those guys need the big spotlight to make them well known. And if you don't, it's just going to kill their careers and end up leaving and going to either TNA or Indie Circuit or whatever. Otherwise, it was like I said, that and the Fatal 4-Way news. If whoever wins the Ziggler-Corbin match, like I said, I think that's big. I think you want to see a Fatal 4-Way. Granted, if AJ doesn't win, I don't see what they're doing, because everyone wants to see AJ versus Nakamura at WrestleMania. So I'm pretty sure he'll win, or something stupid will happen. He'll lose, and they win it the next, back on SmackDown the following Tuesday after their Fastlane. But who knows what they're going to do? I really don't know anymore, because Vince is supposedly now getting into XFL again, so he's handing all the reins and and control over Triple H, which I think is better, because Triple H knows what the fans want, and he's been so hands-on with NXT, and been doing a lot of stuff at 205 Live, and like I said, I think that with Triple H at the helm, I think the ratings are going to get better. Like I said, the whole thing, the PG rating, to me, is shocking. Just because Raw's on from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night. How many kids do you know are up past 10 o'clock on a school night? Not many, at least none that I know of, at least. From ages 13 and up, maybe. But anything under than 12 and under, kids are in bed by 10 o'clock. So if they want to do a PG, put it on a Saturday morning. That's what I don't understand. They could still do the PG-13, PG-14 rating, and be not saying to bring back the Attitude Era, but you can do some more elaborate stuff and more risque stuff. Otherwise, like I said, PG stuff is not cutting it. There's no blood anymore. The Elimination Chamber to me is stupid, because if you get hurt in the blood, Vince pretty much yells at you if you get bloodied up during any kind of cage match now. That's why there's hardly any cage matches anymore. So the Elimination Chamber to me is kind of stupid, because guys are getting thrown into the cage face first, landing awkwardly. Like, someone's going to get hurt, someone's going to bleed. So I just think that the Elimination Chamber, if no one can bleed, it's stupid in my book. Because the old Elimination Chamber, you go back and watch any Elimination Chamber from the Attitude Era, Triple H come out, him and Shawn Michaels like bloody. Like the one I watched a while ago, Triple H, Shawn Michaels' face and hair were so covered in blood. I was like, how is he not passed out yet? He lost a ton of blood. And Triple H was the same. Not as bad as Shawn Michaels, but, Undertaker's matches, he'd come out bloody, and Mick Foley and Stone Cold, and all those guys would get the shit kicked out of them and be bleeding all over the place. And that's what the fans want to see. As much as, these guys take a beating, but that's what the fans want to see. That's what I want to see, because I grew up in the Attitude Era, and that's what I'm used to. The PG era now, to me, the guys who are my age, grew up in the Attitude Era, don't really watch wrestling that much anymore. So, like, they do, but they're not into it as much, because the whole PG setting. And, like, I know they're catering towards kids, which is smart and everything, because you got John Cena, he's the superhero playboy, great guy who does everything, which, whatever. And you got Brock, who's never on TV, yet he's a pain in the balls, because I want him, as much as I hate Roman Reigns, I don't want to see him win the belt. I'd rather see him win the belt and at least be on every week on Raw with the Universal title than seeing Brock come out every, once in a while. My other point is Alexa Bliss came out and called Kurt Angle out. Why does she have to defend her Women's Championship in the Elimination Chamber when Brock isn't? That was awesome. That was a good thing. I wish they could have went a little more with that, but I guess due to the PG rating, she couldn't say what she really probably wanted to say, which is like, I'm not getting treated fairly because I'm not the big champion. I'm only the women's champion. So I think that's a little messed up. But she said sexist and stuff, which I was really I'd rather not seen her in the championship, seen the elimination chamber. Whoever, put another person in there. You got a huge roster to choose from. Let her, like what Brock's doing. She hasn't defended her championship since October. Brock barely defends his championship ever. And it's only at pay-per-views. And so it's like, I think the whole defending every 90 days or whatever stupid rule is just retarded, Well, I think for Brock it's 90 days. For everyone else it's 30 days. Like every other champion's going to defend within 30 days of a month. And Brock does it like every 3 months. So otherwise, like I said, it wasn't a bad week. A lot of stuff coming out. And hopefully I'll be back with Mr. X. Like I said, I wish he could have joined us. I know he's got a lot of stuff he wants to say, but unfortunately, due to his airline travels, he couldn't join us. But anyways, if you want to send any thoughts, comments, questions, email us at wrestletalk2018@yahoo.com. Either do a regular written up one or do audio ones, because if you do audio one, you can hear yourself live on the show. So, folks, until next time, Mr. X, hopefully you'll be back next time. Until next time, folks, I got to go. I'll see you when I see you.